Mwahahaha! Welcome, my ghosts and ghouls, for the Halloween studio vlog! Mwahahaha! Hello, my stars, and welcome back to my channel. So, over Halloween weekend, I've had the wonderful opportunity to participate in 2 back-to-back Halloween markets, and they were so incredibly fun. As you can see here, this is our setup for the show, and a lot of it may look familiar, but we did switch some things up, and that is my recommendation, is don't be afraid to experiment and switch it up. The reason why this Halloween fair was so much fun is they had costume contests, they had pet costume contests, they had candy and music and all this fun stuff that really brought the spirit of Halloween to this town. And you know your girl had to show up as a pink witch and bring the love and light to the people. Here is Remy working on their Sandman dream costume. We went to a Halloween party this night. They were able to pull this one out of the bag. And just look at how magnificent this progress is. Very good. I'm Eiley. So nice to meet you, Kylie. My favorite thing at the shows, of course, is to sell my original graphic novel comic series, Magikats, which is all about Magikats and friendship. And I love signing the books for the kiddos and for the fans and writing a personal message and doing a little doodle, because that's your girl's dream. And what's even more magnificent is connecting with your customers and inspiring them, because this girl Kylie is only a 3rd grader but working on her own graphic novels, her own stories, and her parents were generous enough to buy both books to help inspire her on her creative journey to see what's possible. And that's a part of what being an artist is. Like, we must give back to our younger artists. We must pave the way to show what is possible, that it is possible if you believe in yourself, because this journey can be a long and winding road that tests everything inside of you. So I love to connect with my customers and share a bit of my magic and spirit with them. One of my favorite moments from the show was there was this man with special needs, and his guardians came up to my tent and he pulled out an orb, and he said he was on a hunt for a wizard or a witch to bless this orb with magical properties. And so I took out the pendulum and I said, place it in the magical circle, and I did an incantation with the pendulum on this orb, and it just totally blew his mind. And I told him to take back the orb. He grabbed it and he just held it and chanted, "I have the power!" And I told him, chant that every day into your magical orb and never forget your power. I wanted to share some of the most fantastic costumes that we were able to see at this show. It helped made it so special and really brought that Halloween vibe to the market.
Believe in magic.
Check out this fantastic owl woman, the velvet, the fringe, the sparkle. I loved this family with their mandrake baby and the sumo wrestler. There were so many Alice in Wonderland families, and I believe there was a puppet merchant there. So it was so fantastic to see all the kiddos play with the puppets. There's even a moment here where the dog thinks the puppet is real.
Remy.
I'm so glad that I got that on camera. Don't even get me started on the doggos, the cute, fantastic doggos, especially the ones in their costumes. Of course, the dogs made the show. So why don't we just enjoy some cute doggo dopamine B-roll? And both of my parents were able to come to the show, so I was so happy for them to see my tent. But as every show, it happens, it comes to an end, and then we must tear it down. Meow! This is what the pack-up looks like. Everything is condensed. Alright, Ren, tell the people about your innovation.
Racks that fold up for easy transport.
And how are they connected?
Zip ties.
So connected through zip ties. So
Easily attach at various points.
And
Take
then
things off, put new things on. The Velcro for flexibility and height. And making things level. I just had an idea where we can even do something like this. Have it at an angle for presentation.
see, I could have never come up with anything like this, folks. Everyone should get them a Remy and pay them. Pay them well.
Only so many to go around.
Only Eileen gets a Remy. Should count my lucky stars. Isn't this awesome, folks? I could have never come up with anything like this. We'll show you the after once it's all set up. So this was the second Halloween market that we did the very next day. Remy and I decided to stay comfortable and cozy in our onesies because we were at a Halloween party the previous night, and you know, girl just wanted to keep it cute, kawaii, and cozy. Well, still on theme, you know. And look at how cool Rem looks. All set up today in my Luna, Diana, Sailor Moon cat fantasy. We got the cat. We're ready to go. So here is the setup for the second Halloween market. We switched it up. We changed things up.
I know.
I just love it when little kids are like, oh, it's so cute. I had to share that with you all. But yes, we put the table towards the forefront. We created more of a gallery experience where you could walk into the tent and experience all of the artwork, and even hung up the Magikats tapestry portal in the background to really serve as a backdrop at this particular show. Here is some behind the table action. We've gotten a little bit more organized in our approach. It's not so chaotic, although in the middle of a show it will become chaotic because, you know, sales and things like that. But we have a little bit more of a system. Here is my clipboard with a commissions receipt as well as inventory and prices so that we can keep track of sales. And here is more of the display. I have this crate where customers can flip through the different prints if they so choose to see more of the art that I have available for them to purchase. Don't worry, I flipped those upside down prints right side up after that clip. And here is more of the costumes at this show because they had a costume contest. We liked the little ice rink with the penguins, and look at that, isn't that fantastic? This guy was awesome. He had Sherlock Holmes vibes. Time for our segment on thoughts and reflections. My first bit of insight and advice, because I always like to share my thoughts and reflections with you guys as I'm learning so you can learn through me, and we can learn and grow, evolve, expand together. Do not be afraid to change up your setup. In fact, your setup is probably going to change from event to event. And depending on the space you have, the type, is there a tent? Your setup should not be something that's treated as sacred, that like never changes and is the same, because the places that you exhibit and the type of exhibits you do and your products and your wares are going to change and grow over time. And your setup, the layout of the event is going to change, the context, the themes, and everything. And like, think about the type of products you want to be spotlit, that you push forward to the forefront. And you're gonna want to experiment and play and see how that impacts sales. Does that increase people interacting, or does that decrease? Can they see all your prints when they walk by, or do they have to flip through a book and interact? These are the questions you should be asking yourself, and only really you can figure it out by experimentation, okay? By real world experience, because we can sit and we can analyze and we can draw up schematics if you're like me. We can plan, but true research comes from life experience and from first-hand experience. That's where knowledge and wisdom thrives. And so let me know down in the comments, did you like the setup from the first location where we were on the grass? Or did you like our setup from the second location when we were on the brick, where we had the table in the forefront? I would love to hear your thoughts. You're helping me by letting me know. So thank you in advance for your feedback. So that is my advice to you all, is you are just gonna have to do these events. Some are gonna be losses, some aren't gonna be great, and some you're gonna freaking slay the game at. You just have to give yourself the opportunity and really explore these different paths to start learning through firsthand experience, through serving these different opportunities and events and landscapes of your clients, and where are your customers going, where are they hanging out, and where are they willing to support you generously and celebrate your work. Because it's going to change given the context. Context is key. It matters. And so you can research all you want, and you should, but there's nothing like real world experience. And so give yourself the chance to just go out and do things, go out and do events. Maybe some you're gonna do bad in. Probably are. That's a part of life. It's like learning to ride a bike. You fall down and you get back up, you dust yourself off, and you try another type of event again. And you learn where your events are, and then go to those spaces and learn the ones that are your favorites, that you do well, and return to them year after year. Your ideal customers are probably going to recognize you. I've been recognized before, like being at the same event. And so these are the lessons and things I learned through this experience. Got my little onesie on. But yeah, these are the things that I share with you all so that you can digest, you can think about, you can consider given your own artistic journey, because it's an ever unfolding flower, an ever unfolding path with twists and turns. You're going to learn new things, you're going to fall, you're going to get up, you're going to go, like, it's a winding road. It's not a straight path. And those twists and turns are worth exploring, because they're how you get to your destination if you're brave enough to chase that white rabbit, to chase your joy and follow your bliss. And if you're watching this channel, you are my people. That's who you are. I know you can feel that inside you, even though you might have some trepidation, you might have some fear and anxiety. We all do. It's called being a human being. It's okay. This is an anxious space. We're not going to deny our anxiety, but we're going to conquer it by facing our fears regardless. And that's how we grow. We grow through being uncomfortable and not being comfortable. So thank you all for tuning into this Halloween vlog. I had so much fun, and it was such a vibe. It was such a mood. The costumes, the candy, the colors, the music, the everything, right? We had a blast. I hope you did too. Till next time, everyone, stay magical. Bye.